All right, and welcome. I am welcome to Masks for the first time in about a month because a whole bunch of stuff, including Big Bad Con, came up for all of us. I am Michael. The pronouns are he, him, and I'll be the GM today. We all want to introduce ourselves.
Hey, I'm Nessa, she, her. I play Marrow, who is like Spike from X-Men Evolutions, but not as cool.
I'm Sarah, she, her. I play Zaylin, they, them. Um, they're an alien and they're red. And I remembered just a couple days ago, they were 6 feet tall. So a little
Dang.
scary.
Hi, I'm Ibrahim. I play Billy slash Jester. I think I do this all the time, but he's like a, oh, you know what? He's like a, you remember the guy from Blink? He's like if that was cool. Um, and we both use he, him pronouns.
Hi, I'm Mo. They, she pronouns. I play Isadora Reyes, aka Obsidian, uh, the Beacon. And just think like the Punisher with less guns and less like dark veteran backstory. I don't know. I was trying not to do Nightwing anymore. I was trying to find someone else.
But also, you're a
Actually,
teenage
so
girl, which is more scary.
Yeah, it's true.
Regina George meets the Punisher.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay. I'm Steve. I'm he, him. I play Johnny Styles, who is the flame on guy because he's fire and yeah, he,
Human
him
Torch.
also. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Hey, I need to make a correction. I said the movie Blink. Blink is a 1993 film that has nothing to do with Jumper, which is the movie that I thought I was talking about, which is a 2008 film.
I knew exactly what you were talking about, though. I
Okay,
was like, oh,
okay.
I pictured Hayden Christensen in my head. I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
You know what's
Should have been
funny?
called Blink.
We had literally this exact same conversation a month ago.
Did we fucking really?
Yes.
Are we in a time
Shit.
loop?
Not specifically. You corrected yourself earlier last time, but we're back at Hayden Christensen.
Yeah. Hey,
It's
hey,
always
folks.
back to the Hayden Christensen.
We are just input output machines, and if you present us with the same stimuli, we will react the same way 10 times out of 10. Free will is an illusion.
You want to go over what we did last time?
Yes.
Sure
I would
thing.
love to,
Please.
if I remembered.
I'm not going to give a super advanced breakdown because it was real messy. Sometimes the solution to the problem of being outed on TV by your dad is to make a bigger problem, aka stealing from your dad on live national television.
Then you have a new problem.
Then you have a new problem.
Anytime I have a problem, I just get a Molotov cocktail, and boom, I have a new
Oh.
problem.
Exactly. So Zaylin, we were kind of dealing with the fallout of the whole Chuck Carlson outing Jester on TV thing, and Zaylin was like, "I'm gonna get drunk about it." And Jester, Zaylin, and Marrow all break into Chuck Carlson's house and steal a bunch of stuff, and also Jester smashes all of his Peabody awards or whatever. Likely, Issa and Johnny not happy about that, so we are kicked out of Issa's apartment and go to Marrow's place. Issa and Johnny stay and smoke weed, and then Johnny just goes off and wanders the night. Jester canonically has 250K on Twitter now. You said that, and I'm reminding you, and it's canon now because I said it. Obviously, exactly. Obviously, my Marrow's mom, aka my mom, kind of reads us the riot act both while we're drunk and the next morning. We all skipped school because it was literally the first day of school and we all got super drunk, except for Johnny and Issa. But Johnny is immediately asked to go home, which, like, I think we should switch to public school. They can't ask you to take a day off at public school, right? They can't be like, go do work from home. They'd be like, all right, you're here. Also, the school is crawling with those dumb agents again. And if it's Friday in World, that means Zaylin, Johnny, Billy, you have a meeting at 3:30. Just reminding you. Issa is at school and decides to keep her ear to the ground around what's going on and rolls to see what our biggest issue is. And our current issue is Jung and her popularity, as well as the other two, Jack Boucher and that terrorist's daughter. Tracy, she doesn't deserve to be remembered. And when asked how best to quickly take care of this, Michael's exact words were erode support. So we're trying to figure out how to do that.
You know, when you hear everything like condensed this way, it's like, man, this school is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Like, in what world does like a terrorist daughter have more support than superheroes? Like, this is like fucking bad.
We're superheroes. Jesus Christ. What more do we need?
In what world is is Tucker Carlson popular?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
in this one,
to be fair, we did specify she was like young Republican popular and not like actually
but
popular.
The entire school seems to support her.
Well, I will say this: like all of the, if this is like a private school, all of the smaller schools in this area, like basically the only school with diversity are the one I teach at, and then the ones in Champaign-Urbana. When they did a whole like, hey, vote for the president. The only places where Trump lost were my school and Champaign-Urbana.
So I think our new goal should be to get kicked out of this school and sent to public school.
We are well on our way.
Well, what did you have? Like, y'all come up with a plan on what to do as far as like?
Oh my god! Let Nessa finish the notes.
Sorry.
Oh my god!
Our plan is not good. So, obviously, Issa tails Jung and threatens her. Doesn't go great. Rosalina ends up having to tails Jung to the and smashes or cracks Jung's phone in half. There were no recordings of that though, Michael. I made sure last episode there were no recordings of, even though Issa was in a different costume, they were wearing all black and did backflips. Like Jung put 2 and 2 together.
Didn't my backflips?
Didn't her cousin take the fall for it?
Rosalina took the fall for that. God bless her. We now owe her $100 Starbucks gift card. Johnny and Zaylan have a moment. Marrow tells her brother to go fuck himself. Basically, our plan, as it were, was to try to get an EMP, which we already nixed because it would require talking to Gammers. Issa is taking a Pilates class with Jack Boucher's mom as kind of a
I'm gonna bang your mom. I'm gonna bang your mom.
Like we all gotta do stuff that we're not proud of.
But part 2 of that is like telling Jack Boucher about it.
Yeah. That's true. And maybe we'll learn something about his home life or his past that might be helpful.
Please don't stepdad Jack Boucher.
Yes. What's up, Sarah?
Also, canonically, we decided that Jack Boucher's mom looks like Connie Britton from Friday Night Lights. So
forgot about that. Also, her name is Elaine.
Jack, if you happen to notice your mom's been happier lately.
I'm a great student. So our main things were talking to Jack Boucher's mom, potentially talking to his sister, Gina Boucher, who is a year younger than us, or a year older, I forget. Marrow's gonna try to talk to Jung about what I guess just like fact finding. We're gonna try to get the rumor mill going for Tracy about how like maybe her actions in all of this are hurting her dad's chances of like getting out or like having an okay life in prison. And we were also going to try to get some newspaper articles going. I forget who was our contact at the newspaper. I'm not going to lie. And we also brought up Reggie at some point. I just wrote something Reggie. Do not know what we wanted from him or to ask of him.
Me and him were friends now.
Yeah, but that does not constitute a plan. But that was basically a rough outline of what we were at.
Beautiful.
We're very good at the sub plan. We're very good at the point where we could potentially make a plan.
Yeah. And also Johnny was like, why the fuck are we doing this? We're superheroes.
Look,
Yeah.
sometimes superheroes need to just deal with real life shit.
Mm.
I wish
Every
I
time
had
we
a
try to-
person to blow up that would solve our problems.
Every time we try to be super, shit goes wrong.
Yep.
Small victories.
Also, Michael, when I asked for Marrow to have a mentor, I specifically I am looking for a superhero mentor
Mhm.
who is maybe of my mom's generation or like in their mid-20s.
That's probably something you probably reach out to your aunt and try to find.
Okay,
Like we haven't had one as of yet, but it might be something if you talk to her.
I'm taking
Or-
another move from the Legacy playbook, and it requires having a mentor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Unless my aunt is my mentor.
Depends on what
Enchantress.
depends on how what it needs a mentor for. Because your aunt has worked as a mentor.
That's true. Well, I mostly just want I want like PR advice about all of this. Because if you roll good enough, she could be like, here are some other options.
Yeah, she might be able to help there. All right. So what do you all? We had the very full last session,
Mm.
and what are you doing now?
I have a
Oh.
Pilates class to get to eventually, but
Is it Friday?
Not
yeah,
yet.
what day is it?
We'll say Wednesday.
It was
Oh.
Wednesday when we had the conversation, and it was already after school.
Then Thursday.
Yes.
Then Thursday.
I was so tired of it being Wednesday there.
We're probably not going to spend a lot of time on the meeting because the meeting will just probably be a real quick thing.
Okay.
As far as like in character, probably a little while, but out of character, probably we'll probably just kind of rush past it.
And I'm going to ask my Mant if about mentorship, whether it's from her or someone else. That's for Mom Ant. Mant.
I hate it. I guess Thursday. I'm just gonna keep. When is my Pilates class?
We'll say that's Friday.
Okay. I guess I'm still the only one who's going to school, right?
I'm not hungover anymore. I can go.
Okay, good. Do you want to have a plan for the day about what we're doing?
Sure. Why not? What are we up to?
Eroding support.
You want me to talk to the newspapers today? That'll just be my thing for the day.
Oh yeah, you're probably better at that than I am. I can what can I do? Act like I'm not part of any of this and just keep my ears peeled, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could get the rumor mill started on Tracy. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't have to. You just have to talk to a couple people.
I mean, I do like some chisme, so let's do that.
Nice.
Just some bathroom conversations, you know how they usually start.
Looking for anybody in particular, or any type of person in particular?
God, who do we have? Where's my list? You know what? What about my girl?
Which one?
You
You player.
Like, don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm gonna say
Not my fault. People love me.
I can't say it. I can't help it. Where is she? She's not on the list.
Nina?
No, the other one.
Marietta.
Marietta. She's not on the list.
No.
No, she's not.
Under Rosewood Academy, I've got a thing by character.
No, I'm in students.
Oh, I think it's under your character. So if you go down by character, Marietta is under.
Oh, okay.
I heard about your gym rats.
What are my gym rats? Oh, my gym rats. That's right. I forgot about those. I think those are like public gym rats. They're not like school gym
Yeah, they were the.
rats.
Oh, yeah,
I
no.
think they showed up in like the first or second episode.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be Marietta.
Okay.
And just kind of like sort of like it's like the beginning of this. Do we have any classes together or
Yeah, we'll say you got PE together.
okay. Perfect. Uh, yeah, it's gonna. I don't know. Locker room talk,
Okay.
running the track. I don't know what PE does.
Yeah.
Lifting.
We'll say at this point it's a like uh Tuesday, Thursdays, like you usually run laps. You're
Hmm.
doing other stuff on the other days. Yeah, so currently you're running laps, and she's kind of keeping up with you.
Even though she's the basketball star, she's keeping up with me.
Well, you're also you're a superhero.
I mean, like, yeah, but still. So yeah, I think we're keeping patient. I think I'm gonna do this thing where it's like, "Hey, girl, you run here often," sort of thing.
Just sort of smiles and goes, "Thought I did, but keeping up with you is Jesus Christ."
No, I just like running. It's relaxing. Kind of like lose myself in the moment. What have you been up to? Haven't spoken to you to a couple days.
The craziness here at school's been going nuts. We had a game the last couple nights. Did pretty well.
Oh,
Scored
good.
appropriate, like impressive amount of points for a basketball game.
Wow, that's a good number amount of points.
Mm.
That
Good
number
job.
is very good. You should be
That's
proud
very
of
high.
yourself.
Yeah. Way to do that
The ball
half
thing.
court to at the last second sort of thing. Basketball. I played basketball once. Morgan did back in the day. Um yeah. I let me know when the next one's in like at home so I can make it.
Next Thursday.
Okay, good. What have you
You
been
gonna
hearing
cheer me
about
out?
oh, always right in your corner. But have you been hearing the bullshit that's been going around school about the supers?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Shit's mixed. All I know is they saved a bunch of us at the Flower Systems where my uncle works.
Mm-hmm.
We had those weird people like the suits and stuff hanging out. I
Yeah.
know one of them apparently threw Jung for a fucking loop because she's not coming to school for at least a couple days.
She has been very outspoken about like
I
a
don't know
lot of
how
the stuff.
I don't know how they pissed her off, but she won't stop running her mouth.
That mouth's gonna get her in trouble. You know that, right? Like if people hear the wrong things. Like I'm just saying, like, I don't know how these people act, but like,
Think Johnny's gonna torture?
no. I'm just saying she might get in over her head and she won't be able to get out, her mouth won't get her out of it. You know?
I don't know.
Kind of sad, really.
All I know is the people flocking to her are the kind of people that I don't like too much.
Yeah, same. Same, and like I don't know. How do you feel about Tracy? Because I think Tracy's following in that little same little circle.
Oh, Mega Child
Yeah, MAGA child.
with the terrorist father.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
apple
Okay, well,
apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
nope. And I think if she keeps acting like this, it's not going to help his chances in prison, honestly. I mean, I've had Encore too hit the big time, and like, if there's word on the outside that gets to the inside sometimes, it's not pretty.
You think his daughter's gonna fuck up his chances in prison?
I mean, not her exactly, but her words and actions might lead to a snowball consequences, you know? Could.
She goes, maybe. Don't quite see how, but yeah, possible.
Yeah.
As a reminder of the spin we were going with was also the fact that there are lots of children of politicians in here. Like potentially if there was somebody who could get him out who could like make shit early easier for him, it would have happened already. And the
Yeah.
people who could make it easier clearly are not on like her side about this.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the conversation will sort of head in that direction. It's like,
Okay.
yeah, and there's a no offense to you and my family, obviously, but there's a lot of rich bitches here, like with some pull.
I'm on the basketball team. You think I don't know that?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, those people, families listen. Families talk with their pocketbooks around here, and like, if no one has paid for the bill yet to get them out, then that has to say something, right?
Kind of nods, but and it says that you're trying to start some rumors that she'll start spreading amongst
Yeah.
the richer people. Go ahead and roll plus mundane.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
God, no.
I could do this. This is fine.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh, I didn't get to my character sheet. I'm still on the people's list. Where are my dice? Yeah, I'm a -2. That's fine. This is good. This is fine. All right. I got no conditions.
I should hope none of us have any conditions after last week.
Well, I'm gonna check.
I'm gonna check my things real quick. Nope, I don't have anything else I can give myself pull. So that's a good old 4.
Why?
Yeah, there's
Go ahead.
yeah, there's just a moment where she just kind of like nods while you're running. Later on, like she'll kind of talk to some people about it, but most of them are going to think that her daughter's not going to be able to do a whole lot, or his daughter won't be able to do a whole lot. So that's not necessarily going to get
The ball rolling is what I want to do.
That split up.
Yeah.
Rosalind, what are you doing?
I think I do not remember who we decided was my contact at the newspaper, but let's just say Allison. She does photography for the play, photography for the newspaper. Originally, I was going to talk to a writer, but actually, I want to talk to whoever is the editor and pitch writing an article under a pseudonym.
Okay. Yeah, you sort of sit across from the editor, and he just kind of looks at you, like eyes sort of narrow, and goes, "Why should we let you do it under a pseudonym? Is there a journalistic purpose for this?"
I don't want this affecting the campaign. Either my campaign affecting the article or the article affecting the campaign. I think it wouldn't be fair.
What article are you looking at? Well, do you like, he basically says like he'll kind of check through. So part of this will be part of the role. What article are you going to be? Either have you written or are you going to write?
Can I say I've already written it? I'd love to not write things. Just kidding. Either way, but I pitch him on this, which is that the article is going to be that we've had a lot of perspectives from Jung recently, and I would just like to pose something alternative, if you will, about the rise of powers, and that this is the new future we're all going to be living in. Powers are up and up and up. Anyone could develop one at any time, any day, except for me, of course. Famously unpowered. But it could happen to anyone, and when that time comes, if you suddenly have an atom bomb inside your heart, do you want to have to stop going to school because of that?
Roll with plus mundane.
What is my mundane right now? Oh, my mundane is good. Perfect. Come on, dice, come on. Okay, that's a 5, but with my +3, it's an 8.
All right, so partial hit there. So one thing I did is I started. It was originally going to be a 6, a 6-segment clock. With Issa's role, I kind of moved that up as it starts getting some people a little bit more kind of on edge for that one. However, this will bring it back down to 6. You start getting like you get it published, and we'll be able to put it into the paper that goes out today. And you can kind of see on social media that it's spreading around a little bit. There's people talking about it, and there's a lot of people seem to be kind of on the fence. There's definitely people on both sides, but there are a bunch of people who are not quite sure. You start to see some of the support possibly heading away, but it still looks like there's sort of a strong base there. So there's 6 segments left on the clock as far as that support and such goes. What are y'all doing when they're at school?
Am I still suspended?
Yes. You, me, and
Just a second.
Zaylen were asked
I thought I heard a knock.
because you were doxxed. They don't want the 3 of us from the elementals at school until we have a meeting on Friday. So,
Cool.
yeah.
You've got 250K on Twitter. Maybe can you tweet something?
I'll tweet out just a big ol' uh what is shrouded in darkness will come to light. And like a little like hush
Very vague.
picture.
Very vague. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, I'll post a picture with like I post a picture that just making like the little hush symbol in the mirror in a random bathroom. Just like shh.
Thank God you're a teenager.
Not at all possibly threatening.
No, it's about the darkness. The it'll come to light, It's fine.
Johnny, please do something about getting this clock down. I'm begging you.
I think mostly what Johnny is trying to do is he is spending the day with Tommaso, trying to go over like what is our public relations strategy? Because it was broadcasted on Newsmax, 3 members of the team breaking into Chuck Carlson's house. Like how the hell do we spin this? Like, how do we make this?
Are all 3 of you at the same place when Tommaso's talking? Because like Tommaso would probably want anyone who can be there, like Jester and Zaylan there to get their input too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess Johnny just lets Jester and Zaylan know that we're having a meeting with Tommaso, and like we need to figure out a strategy for like the PR. This is a PR nightmare, and we need to fix it.
Ibrahim, did who pick up? I thought you said you put up on social media.
Oh no, I just mean like we call Tommaso.
Oh yeah.
Do we get through to Tommaso?
Yeah, he's
or do we just get like a big old like boop boop boop?
Cut to him there, looking like he hasn't gotten a lot of sleep. He's like, okay. The good thing is, here's the good thing. The fact is, that's your father. Now, it's still breaking and entering. It's still possibly a crime. But if he goes after you, that looks stupid. What this is the actions of a son who's been neglected, who was outed by his father on national television.
Oh, I like that. Outed.
Was angry. Made not the best decision. And it was understandable given the circumstances.
Okay.
And possibly an apology about that and realizing what a foolish thing it was you did.
Oh, from him.
No, you.
No, I think we should definitely try to solicit an apology from Chuck. I think that's a really good idea. But I guess the thing is, like, how do we sort of prepare for that? Do we want to film something now, or
do you think Chuck Carlson is ever going to apologize for you breaking into?
Well, no, but I thought that's where we were going. I thought that's what this meeting was about.
No, if you come forward and apologize, what it looks like, you can explain it. You can actually make yourself look better. Because the problem isn't. I need you to reframe in your head. You committed a crime. Or did a spurned son who did not have the connection that he wanted with his father, whose father used his platform to broadcast all. Now, granted, you've had some problems with him before, but who hasn't lashed out against their father? Who hasn't, especially with the amount you've seen him on the screens? You've spent your entire life seeing him on television, wondering, "Where's my daddy? Where's my daddy?" And there's a lot of anger there. And
don't say daddy.
Pause. Do I need to say daddy? Because I don't really want to say daddy.
Okay, we don't have to. Where's my father? I want my
father.
dad.
I can do that. Father.
Where's my dad? And your heart is broken, and you lashed out.
Okay.
And your father has taken a strictly. I mean, everyone knows now that you're part of the Elementals. Your father had taken an the thing that you were in. This is a bad parenting and a father-son problem that everybody can understand at a certain level.
Okay. So what we need to do is spin it so that Chuck Carlson is homophobic. Is that kind of where your head's at?
I'm saying if we do that, the people that like him are gonna like him even more. Not we drop like they think that they'd be good to their kids. They were not. To me.
Okay. Well, do we want to? We're not trying to take his base out from under him, right? That's not the plan.
No,
I don't think that's I don't think that's gonna work.
no,
No,
but
we're trying to protect the public image of the elementals right now.
Right.
Like, we want people to like us, and right now we've got negative publicity that we're trying to rectify.
and how many of your heroes have you all seen? Have you yourself had been a part of dashing down to Earth over the last year or so? Jason Blake, Snowstorm, Magus, Red Dwarf, and your father.
I don't know about that angle. I think that's reaching. I think that's too ambitious.
I'm thinking.
I like the first part.
I'm thinking we're looking at a series of circumstances that have come up.
Okay. I like the angle where we lie and say that I really care about him and that's why I broke his Peabody Awards. I like that. That other part seems like a bit of a stretch. The heroes fallen and we're looking for direction and I don't know about that one. We might need to go back to the drawing board on that strategy.
So looks at the three of you and goes, what we need to do is we need to hit social media outlets, anything else you can quickly if you want to save your name.
All right. So I posted a picture on x.com that was like kind of a little bit cheeky with like a little hush symbol and like the secret will come to light. So was that good or was that bad? Or
do you have secrets that are going to be coming to light?
it was kind of abstract.
Kind of abstract. It looks like a possible threat. It could be there's stuff that you know that you're going to put out there.
Should I take that down or
maybe? I mean,
okay, it just hit 20K, and it's climbing fast.
I would make up a secret at this point, or make up something.
What if you actually came out? Like came out?
I don't want to do that.
Mm.
I don't think
I'm just saying, like, if you need a secret to tell.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that doesn't seem like a good move for me, like as a person. But I can see how it would be distracting, but
You pull Kevin Spacey.
No. No, not that. Surely not. No. What if I just drop an album with Drake? Can we get Drake on the line? Tommaso, can you get Drake?
I mean, I have pull, but I don't have that kind of pull.
You don't know Drake?
I thought you and Drake were like this.
I saw you at a concert with him once.
I met him once. That's it. Like,
okay, so if you could DM Drake, see if I can get on a track, and then maybe that's the secret. Or if you can get me in at like a WWE event as like a guest wrestler, that would be cool. Also, can you do that?
This is how Mask becomes worldwide wrestling.
You're still a minor.
So I can't wrestle?
No, professionally, no.
Oh, you're all right.
Johnny, you got a hell of a social media following. I would mobilize that as much as you can. People need to see you. People need to be reminded of the good you've done. There's some people that are going to hate you for the fact that some of their heroes have been torn down. That Jason Blake, a lot of people believe is bullshit.
Hashtag Jestys rise up.
I will.
It's what I'm calling my fans.
Jesty.
I'll be curious to see how that takes off.
It's spelled the way you think it is.
Yeah, I'll put it in chat.
I will keep posting some stuff.
Oh, okay, that's not how I was
for
spelling it.
this evening.
That's how I was spelling it.
I will make a bunch of videos and a bunch of comments and try to damage control this. Last thing we need is them deciding that they're going to press charges. That's the last thing we need. I already have enough legal issues. We don't need the rest of the team having legal issues.
Chuck
Do
Carlson
we
pressing,
need?
Chuck Carlson pressing charges is going to make it look really awful. Plus, it opens him up to that thing that you do when you're a lawyer and you're able to actually look at all their correspondence. It's discovery. It opens him up to discovery.
True. He has a lot of unpaid child support.
We should try to get Chuck Carlson to sue us. I want Discovery.
Okay, but if we do that, we should probably like have him sue us for a very specific thing that we can win, and not like a thing that's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst they're gonna do your minors, like they're not. All you're gonna get's really a slap on the wrist, right?
I'm not that much of a minor. I could be very much liable for breaking and entering, and like there's precedent for me to be tried as an adult. So let's not go there.
All right, I'll make a bunch of videos and try to get some public support. I'll do my thing. I have a thing.
It turns to Zaylin. Zaylin, how you feeling?
Off game, Michael. What kind of atmosphere? What kind of public sentiment is there right now at the Fisherian Church?
The Fisherian Church is incredibly pissed off at the way that you were treated because you're from the Rift by the people there. That they should see you as something wonderful that's come through and not as a threat.
I think I think I might go to the Fisherian Church for a bit.
Okay.
If that's okay. I think it's better if I just lay low and help out as much as I can there.
Yeah, go do that. That'll help bring a religious discrimination angle. That could work. Good idea.
Tommaso, what if I'm Catholic? Does that help?
Catholics are not an oppressed minority in the United States.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
okay,
Johnny.
Right. Can I roll my seek help from my audience like for the rest of the day?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just trying to get my fans and my followers to like try to go on social media and support the team and support us. Like I want the world to see that we do have people that love us and think we're doing a good job and stuff like that. So it is plus my superior, which my superior is currently at a +2. Perfect. That is a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So with that, it is on a hit, someone in your audience can hook you up. On a 10+, they make a small demand. On a 7-9, their demands are a lot higher. On a miss, so it's their demands. They have a demand for me.
I would say,
but they're willing.
Is someone going to use? It would be possible to use team on that if someone's helping.
I'll run by those videos. I'll like look at them to be like, this is the common man if you want, or Jester.
Yeah.
Or I could help in my burner account that I don't ever use really, except for like reposting some things here and there as a secret identity. Because somehow y'all made me make a Twitter, and y'all make me check it occasionally as Obsidian.
Okay, so with everybody kind of reposting and sharing, is that enough to give me the one?
I could actually do it. Where's my thing? When you help out a teammate, you can spend 2 out of the team to add +2 to their roll. Oh, unless you get help from just Mara, but like I could also just.
Okay, I think if everybody's retweeting and like posting and all that, like
all together,
that would be the +1, like from the whole team helping me.
And so what does it do with the 10+?
On a 10+, they only make a small demand. So like this is collectively the audience. They want me to do something small. where
Um,
as opposed to major.
Yeah, it seems like a lot. There's a lot of like where can we come to support you? Where are you going to be? Where can we see you and Zaylen
All right.
and the others?
I
And the rest of them.
most of my followers just want to see Zaylin and I in public together. So I kind of text Tommaso. I'm like, hey, audience is really hitting it up, but they need Zaylin and the team and I, mostly just Zaylin and I, to make some kind of public appearance. Can you set it up?
Yeah, we'll do. We got
Perfect.
there's a park where we can have a kind of an impromptu meet and greet, which historically has always gone very well when social influencers say, "Hey, we're going to meet at a park."
Nothing bad has ever happened, especially not recently,
Yeah,
and not New
It's at a
York.
park. At least it's at a park where there's a lot of egresses.
Yeah. I'm like, get the permits, please, and give me a date, and I'll tweet it.
Okay, you got a Saturday, and here's like the information.
I just burst that out to everybody.
That could be your secret. You are going to be at a meet and greet, Jester.
God. Yeah, I'll go to a meet and greet. Why not? Definitely not going to run into the same issue that Mr. Kai Sinet ran into with fucking inciting a riot charges for doing big giveaways in the middle of a park or in the middle of the city, right?
Okay, to be
Yeah.
fair, you guys are great, but you guys aren't a PS5.
We're not. God. Don't get me started on the PS5 fumble, on how like that release has been a mess and a half and no one has one still.
Yeah.
Man.
You're now down to 3 on the
Is
support.
that good or bad?
No, you're down to just three segments left on the clock,
Okay.
which is good. Basically, when you get that down to 0, the support has been pretty well disrupted.
Okay. Yeah. I text Zaylin and like Zaylin specifically, hey, we have a meet and greet for all the audience helping out on Saturday. And then I text the rest of the team in a separate one. Hey, there's a meet and greet you guys are welcome to come to. In costume.
No, period.
Marrow sends several thumbs up and a big emoji with lots of sunglasses.
After like a few minutes, though, you'll get another one from Obsidian. It's like, I'll stay on post on a top of roof building. Make sure you're okay though.
Thanks. Okay.
Zaylen, when you show up at the Fishurian Church, Brigitta greets you pretty quickly and is like, "Zaylen, how are you?"
Hey. I was wondering if I can do anything to help.
Oh,
I'm sorry I've been absent for
No.
a while.
You've been
Sorry.
extremely busy. No, please come. We're getting ready for a soup kitchen.
Cool. Thank you. I'd like to. I feel like this is the one place where people don't hate me.
And she's sort of like a very, very sad smile. And she's like, "I'm so sorry for, especially over the last few weeks or the last week or two.
I should have come here sooner, but I thought I could go to school and I could change people's mind at school, and they don't. They just want a monster.
They'll see you. We see you. I think they will as well."
I know. I hope so. All right, so I go help with the soup kitchen then.
Is that something you used to do fairly often?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's some stuff that you've done before, and you know a lot of the people there. They long ago stopped sort of like treating you kind of like a religious celebrity. Just kind of got used to you being there. So you're there helping with the with the soup kitchen as people are coming in to get fed.
Do I recognize any of the unhoused that are coming in? Any of the parishioners?
It's a lot of the same people. Like the people in this area come to this church. So there's not really other churches close nearby or places that have this. So the Vishurian church kind of sees the same people quite a bit.
I think this is like the first time in a long time I felt like I can relax a little bit and I can just be myself in some regard, like even prior to being revealed to be from the Rift type of thing.
Cool. Yeah, and so it actually goes fairly well, and probably gets your mind. I'm guessing probably gets your mind off of all of that for a little bit.
Oh, got it. Oh, but so here's the thing: we want to move that tick up the clock.
Mhm.
What if like some people like get pictures like I'm just working, but like they're like taking the sly little like boop photos. Like
Roll.
You're normal.
Roll plus mundane.
I have terrible mundane.
Come on, Nat 12.
Let's
Nat
see.
12. I believe in you. I believe in you who believes in me, who believes in the One Piece.
Nessa, you got it is a nat 12.
I am God.
But I do have a -1 in mundane. And which of the conditions affects mundane?
Which conditions do you have? Because this one, one's a roll on a stat, not just a. Sometimes
I have guilty and afraid.
I think neither of those will make a difference here.
Okay, so I have 11.
All right. Yeah, you bring that down to like a one. Is there are some pictures and stuff that go around that show you helping out. The rest of you see some stuff like those get retweeted. You're pretty sure, Johnny, a few of them are some of Tommaso's burner accounts. Finds those and retweets some of them. Because there's at least one person that claims to be from your high school who, like, you have no idea who they are.
What's Tommaso's last name?
Just Tommaso.
Tomato.
I don't think we ever had a last name for Tommaso, did we?
No.
You're muted, Johnny.
We never gave him a last name. He was just Tommaso.
Tommaso.
I mean, I got the name from a professional wrestler named Tommaso Ciampa, but I don't think the last name Ciampa is going to fit the Tommaso we have.
This is not Tommaso. By the way,
Tommaso Granta.
I just got to thank you for introducing my friend to her now husband, because I cast them opposite each other in a show together.
Oh,
Wow.
It was 10 years. So they actually know the day they met because it was the first rehearsal. So that was 10 years ago today.
No excuse for forgetting that.
It shows up on the Facebook memories.
Aw.
But yeah, never mind. I forgot what point I was trying to make.
Actually,
I feel like there's maybe something else Marrow should do.
Wait for Ibrahim to be back. So I think we actually will do something now with the
Meet and greet.
with the.
Hey, right on cue.
Yeah, there you go.
I always hit my mark. That's what they said about me in theater. No, they didn't. I didn't do theater.
Do we? Anybody want to do something before we have the? Because then we will do a little bit with the meeting at 3:30.
I think also too. I think while y'all have y'all's meeting, I have Pilates.
You
Yes.
really want to go to Pilates.
I
Very
do.
important.
It's very important.
It's critical. You're gonna find out. You're gonna get like embarrassing pictures of Jack that his mom just kind of keeps in her wallet.
So
Jack
good.
Boucher's mom has got it going on. She's all
Okay.
that I want.
So we're at the meeting now?
Well, yes. Well, the
He's-
meeting we have Pilates. Marrow, are you? What are you doing?
I'm trying to think of what would be the best thing for Marrow to do in terms of getting that clock down. All right, you guys just do Pilates. I'm gonna think.
Okay. Yeah. Let's start with we'll start with the meeting. So the three of you are kind of like ushered in, to like a meeting room, and you go down, and the principal, looks a little haggard right now. Mr. Abbey just kind of like, our phone has been ringing off the hook. Our social media accounts have been. We've gotten calls from newspapers. We've gotten. I know a lot of what happened is not your fault, but we also have a flood of people calling. What we're looking for is we need to be able to reassure family and students that they are safe with superheroes being out in the school, where people know, because other schools have them. You are not the only teenage superheroes in the world, but there's very few places where two, now three members of a team are known.
And how do you want us to, like, what do you want from us? What do you want me to do?
One, if you could let it know that the school is working with you, that might mean we're getting fewer phone calls from teenagers from out of state.
From out of state.
Whoa.
Um,
We're hitting out of state news. That's big.
No, we just have
Um,
we've got teen fans of yours calling the high school. All the to the
Fans?
fans, to the point where, frankly, our phone system has been unusable the entire day.
So
Fans?
you want me to say that the school is working with us to find a reasonable solution?
Something so that we stop getting people calling and trying to call us out for discrimination when it's just about safety, because as you know, we've had a number of incidences over the last few years.
And most of those we stopped.
You stopped a bunch of them, but you also caused a bunch of damage. And there's a lot of people who think that maybe they wouldn't have happened if you weren't here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll make a video. Well, I'll make a video with Zaylin and I going into the school saying our first day back, working with the school for a better tomorrow.
And then you do a flip and a TikTok dance.
Yeah, something
then,
like that.
Then he just looks at all three, the three of you, and goes, "So at this point, what can we do to make this safer and easier for all of us?"
I'm glad you asked. You know how Johnny has a jerk off room?
Uh, we hadn't called it that.
All right.
What
We
is
all
it?
need jerk off.
Oh,
rooms.
Sarah, you.
Oh no.
Each and every one of us is going to need a jerk off room so that we can do what we got to do in safety and in silence.
Just use mine.
No, I need my own.
So this makes it sound more. So you all need a place where you can unleash your powers so that they don't shatter a bunch of windows again.
No. See, that's
No.
not how we're going to spin it. We all need our own little privacy chambers where we can do the things that we got to do. So we're not running around the school in costume ever. And that any kind of costume antics happen in that room. And then
So are we supposed to funnel the villain that attacks to our room instead of jumping into action right away?
It makes more sense for me.
More dangerous.
It makes more sense for me because this is a room I teleport away from. So it kind of works really well for me. Because I can leave my stuff there. I don't need to worry about teleporting places with my book bag.
That's what your locker's for.
I'm sorry, whose side are you on here?
Okay, Mr. Abbey. Real solutions here. Number one, the school newspaper cannot be putting out a survey that doesn't include the people that it's trying to discriminate against. Like that's not an okay thing. Like, you as a principal should understand that.
And as
like, if you're gonna,
and as the daughter of a, and as the father of a daughter with powers.
like, yeah, that was kind of a slap in the face, and there is a group of kids in this school that are actively trying to out the other two members of the elementals, and we don't need another nightmare like them letting out who Jester is. We need to get that group of kids kind of under wraps. like it's Sejong, Tracy, Militiaman's daughter, and Jack Boucher are working together with Chuck Carlson to out the other two members of the team.
At which point,
And if they
their lawyer kind of is whispering in Durwood's ear for a moment, and just, this is completely within keeping people safe. This is completely reasonable, and this is discriminatory, the way in which they had treated you with those targeted specific students, which is something that we have that we can use as defense against a First Amendment accusation.
Johnny, sorry, I know I'm not there, but also you could bring up. Do you remember Tracy illegally recorded Zaylin and then put it on fucking OAN or whatever we call it?
Is Meryl also in the earpiece?
We just talked about it before, so I'm like trying to remind. I'm metagaming, reminding.
No, but
Johnny
I also
about
think
this
it's hilarious if you're in the earpiece.
I mean, I could.
Yeah, if you were in the earpiece, where was the support for the jerk off rooms?
It was the faces I was making were the faces Mara was making. She was like, oh.
I just feel like that was a good idea that y'all shot down.
Philly, two-party consent state.
Ah, damn it.
So also, we need to make sure that people aren't recording in the school. Isn't that illegal?
Lawyer goes, it pretty much, it falls under a difficult place, but yeah, it's doing that without their consent. It was definitely a legal gray area.
And then putting it on Fox News.
Wait, if Pennsylvania is a two-party consent state, that means if I didn't know about it, it is illegal.
He goes, it's gray because students have a different set of rights when you're at school compared to citizens out and about.
We're subhuman.
Let's cut for a moment to Pilates. So
Pilates.
As Mo walks in, the camera kind of like is like you see your feet kind of go as you're walking in, and it just gets kind of past you, and it reaches like the shapely toned leg of a woman as it comes up as the thing comes upper. There's just this moment where the hair comes down, and you can see the place where the ring finger is almost completely like there's a tiny bit of difference in the tan of where the wedding ring used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But as she's talking with another woman there at the Pilates place, as you come in.
Yeah, I come in with like mat in underneath my arm because if I remember correctly, I did Pilates once, and you still use like a yoga mat sort of situation.
Sure.
If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I did Pilates.
Depends on the place.
Yeah. And he's gonna like come up and be in like, just like kind of like make your presence known and like, not try to interrupt. Dark hair and like a high ponytail, wearing like, athletic gear, like leggings and like one of those like tank top. I don't know. Think like, Lululemon bullshit stuff. And like, just be like, hi, I'm sorry. This is the Pilates class, right? That's happening at whatever time it is right now. Yeah.
At place and time.
Mm-hmm.
She just turns, and then like you kind of feel her checking you out on the things. Just it's you must be new.
Yeah, I'm Issa. Nice to meet you. I'm
Elaine, I believe.
Yes.
Elaine. Hi, I'm Elaine.
She'll shake her hand if she offers it, and
she's like,
does the double class thing, or like. I'm like, I'm very excited. I haven't done Pilates in the longest, so I'm may need some help with some things.
Oh, no problem. I've been taking some classes to go ahead and teach. I can help you with that.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I'm just gonna set up over here.
She's the instructor.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm like, nice to meet you again. Sorry about bringing up the conversation. And she's gonna step back and like go get set up. But like, I sort of like need every so once in a while, like sort of look away and like. Issa knows how to flirt. Mo does not.
Then Issa flirts good.
All I know is you flirt like this, and you just go. I'll just over here.
There's a lot of shoulder action.
Yeah, like.
Is you taken by my sexiness yet? um, yeah. So kind of like throughout the class, or like she comes over and starts and helps you a bit with making sure some of the things are correct. And like one point, she's helping you with a Pilates. I don't know. I always think something like yoga when I think of Pilates. I don't know what the actual.
It's close enough. It's like more like core workout, holding a pose for like a lot of times, like a core segment, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's a lot of like
Yeah.
she comes up at one point and kind of goes, "All right, you need to kind of hold it." Jesus Christ, your core is solid.
I do work out. It's just not Pilates.
Yeah.
Also good genetics. Yeah.
She smiles. She's like, "Yeah, it must be hard to. How old are you? How old does Issa look?"
I would say Issa looks like 18-ish, like 17. I mean, she's technically, I guess, 17-ish. But it's been a year, so maybe she's 18 now. I don't know. What year are we at?
Technically, it's 2023 now, so.
Oh, then
But we kind of
she's
skipped because we kept not like it was so recent when we tried to do it.
actually, since we decided it's January, she's actually 18 now because remember I said her birthday's in November,
Oh, yeah.
like a while ago. Yeah.
Yes, you're 18.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Does she ask her how old she is, or?
When you say good genetics, yes, she does. She goes, "How old are you?"
Oh, I'm 18.
Oh God, to be 18 again.
I mean, when you don't look like a day over 20.
You're a liar. She just smiles.
But you like it.
Uh, roll plus superior. I think you're trying to provoke.
Hey, I can do superior. I think. Let's see. Oh yeah, superior's locked at 3. So that is a 10.
All right. Yeah. There's a point where she's as you're kind of flirting, and she just kind of smiles. She goes, "Kind of miss being in an 18-year-old body."
I mean, you don't have to.
And
I am bad at flirting. I think I just get
no, that was. You don't have to is such a.
I think like also your girlfriend is gonna understand this. She's
Which
gonna be
one?
like, yeah, exactly. Both of them are gonna understand this. They're gonna be like, "Of course you had to check vouchers."
Of course you had to. Right, because why would they have a problem with this?
I mean, I wouldn't.
Is this something that you want to take all the way like this evening thing, or are you gonna have a flirting thing going? Is this do we cut to you coming downstairs and Jack's like down on the couch playing Xbox?
Or are we
nice.
just looking to get baby photos?
Or just right now are you in the flirting?
Oh God, I love all these. I do love the extreme though of of her coming down the steps. As a group, how do we feel about any of this? Because I didn't explain like how
I
far
want to
would
see
go.
where it goes.
Fuck it, we're going all the way then, baby.
To the moon.
To the moon.
Yeah,
To the moon and back again.
Do we kind of cut to at one point Jack just kind of coming in? Hey, Mom, dinner, Mom. And then like
unfamiliar pair of shoes.
Yeah, then later on you coming down the stairs.
Yeah, well, we all can finish this day.
Yeah,
and then we could do that.
Yeah,
after that.
God.
Yeah.
Cut back to our the meeting. He goes, okay, but what reassurances can we get from all of you to let people know? Those are all things you mentioned so far are things that are reasonable, that are absolutely things that we can legally do. But what reassurances do we have that there won't be as many problems?
I guess the question is kind of hard to answer Because we're not inviting people to come attack us at the school. Like, would you prefer us to just not react when a villain shows up? Like, I mean, if you want me to not save students' lives, I mean, I can do that, but I don't think, like, I don't know what you want from me. What do you want the elementals to do? What would make you feel comfortable?
And there's a point where he just goes, I don't know. Because I'm in a position where I have a lot of people worried that other attacks might happen the way they've happened before. Sometimes nothing to do with you, sometimes having to do with you. And damage being done that you did. Like the house across the street that they're rebuilding.
Okay. Here's what we could offer. Let's set up a system so that next time somebody comes in and attacks us, we're not just kind of doing whatever. And you can put something out over the PA system that says, hey, there's a code blue, and then like just make it like a tornado drill. Like let's set up some kind of system, and then, I can teleport things. Maybe I teleport people a short distance away to do our big fight with them. Does that sound workable? Is that kind of leaning in the right direction?
Yeah, so as you all they talk and kind of get some stuff up there. So, yeah, they said if there's a problem, what we'll do is we'll let them know, like they get like how many people you can teleport and where and stuff like that and how far. To essentially, if something like that were to happen, you would be spending some time getting people teleported. They could basically all go to a couple different rooms on each floor, where you could teleport in, meet them, teleport them to a place, come back at the next one. Yeah, where they would just be like they would literally just announce it directly over. They said they can do a drill next week. Like let people know this is what happens, and then the one thing they ask is there any sort of like problem with people being teleported? Does it do anything to like do people get sick? Does it cause heart attacks?
Heart attacks, no. Sick. Let's say this. I would start stalking these crash rooms or whatever, these like safety rooms with just some like antacids and some Tums.
Minor nausea.
When I moved to New Jersey, I had a place where there was like a car wreck at the light in front of us. So I was, because New Jersey is all hills and valley. It's hard to find places. So I went off the road going into the neighborhoods. I'm like, I'll just drive around and get to the other side of it that way. So I drove, and I came out thinking I was the other side. It turned out I'd actually gone further backwards. When I came out and actually saw it in front of me, I got physical vertigo.
Oh my god!
Because suddenly it was there, and my body was like, "No, that's supposed to be way behind me now," because the streets would twist so much. Yeah, so
that sounds rough.
They go through and they get a whole thing figured out, and then finally, probably about 6:00 or so, 6:30, y'all are able to go, and you're able to come back the next week.
That was a lot of work. Nice. Good work in there.
Everybody needs a jack-off room?
I think that was a great idea, and you know what? I'm not convinced that they're not going to do it. I feel like I really made my case. Everybody in the same room
for this part of the con? I don't know if you teleported back to where everybody is, or I don't know. Well, Mo, yeah,
I'm not there.
Yeah, I think the rest of us can
and
be.
Meryl already knows about it. She's just like,
yeah, but yeah, come on. Do you really not? You already have your own room, so you're one to talk. But I don't have a room.
Mine was. I only. Go ahead.
You don't need a. Johnny has a room because he was covering for me.
It's not about need. It's about equity. Why do you get a room and I don't? I can put Pedialyte in there.
It's like it's just it's basically a glorified closet in the basement. I never use it. I've never been in there. Like it's just that it's not a room. It's a closet that they just hey, if you need to go blow off some steam, we fireproofed this room for you. All
Okay.
because I didn't want Zaylin to get in trouble for shattering every window in the school.
I want one. That's all.
Then shatter every window in the school and ask them for a room.
I don't think that's going to go over well right at this moment, but I'll get on that if it'll get me one.
Please, yeah, don't do that. Just, everything I just said, ignore me.
I read you loud and clear, Captain.
You know, every time you say that, something bad happens. I'm not saying it's your fault. But can we not say read you loud and clear to me anymore? Because every time, like, Militia Man broke out, all this different stuff,
it was wild how he broke out. That was so weird, huh?
I think didn't we not tell Johnny about
I don't
that?
know if Johnny knows.
Okay,
no, Johnny does not know.
Okay, I don't remember. So
Don't
no.
Yeah, I'm
crazy
just looking around the room like, yeah, it's wild that Militia Man got out.
Yeah, crazy.
We'll meet up with the team in the morning because it's Saturday. We got the meet and greet. I'm going home.
Me also.
Don't
That was
do
a really
anything.
long meeting.
Don't do anything silly.
Me? Do something silly? No, come on.
So, I'm not even going to say it because I know you're not going to listen, so.
Jester's teleported away.
Michael, do we want to just go straight to the meet and greet? Because I'm assuming something will happen at the meet and greet.
Well,
Or
I think
do we
at
wanna
first,
do
I think at first Mo's got to.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the Jack Boucher stuff.
Uh-huh. So morning before, eh?
Yeah, that
Is
morning.
it the morning or the evening?
Well, I think she comes down in the morning.
Yeah, there's a
The
couple,
walk of shame sort of thing. Yeah.
there's a couple times like, Mom, are we doing dinner? There's at one point she just goes, "That's my son. Give me just a minute," and just like she kind of throws on a thing, and you see these like she's in the hallway. It's like, yeah, just grab a frozen pizza out of the thing. Yeah, you're almost 18. You're fine. You be an adult.
And I think
soon.
as a tease, like, her voice is just like Jack doesn't really know Issa by voice yet. Or like maybe she deepens it, just like she's like, honey, come back to bed.
And she sort of turned like a little bit of a smile, but also like eyes kind of wide. And you just hear in the thing like you said you made your voice unrecognizable.
Yeah, like maybe like dropped a little bit. Yeah.
They're just Mom. Is it because? And she just goes She just kind of like turns to you and just gives up. I think this just turns back and goes, I will have dinner. I will see you later. And then she kind of heads back in, and she's like, he's not necessarily okay with me not being with his dad, much less if I was with a woman and someone a lot younger.
Oh, I'm sorry, they still not used to the divorce yet. That must be rough on him. But I'm here about your needs though. And that's when it fades to black again.
Oh my lord.
Oh.
Use the words. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, I love her. I need to make her real.
I said, but Mo's entirely like Miss Me the body of an 18-year-old. You don't have to. It's
You don't have to. Oh, do you want to be one?
Oh my god!
I thought the line was I miss being in the body of.
Yeah.
And then oh god. Oh lord. Lordy. Ooh.
On the bright side, Jack is going to be so traumatized. He never does anything.
I want to know what breakfast looks like that morning.
Yeah. And you know what? This feels retributional considering that Jack got punched by a girl who had nothing to do with the elementals and was like, who was only tangentially related to the elementals and was like, I think I'm going to make this the elementals problem.
The elementals did this.
Yeah, so the by the way, I'm assuming you also have Elaine's number.
Oh yeah, no, I do. For
Okay.
sure.
So that next morning, you've got Jack is down there. He's got some cereal. He's got his phone. It's just sort of just.
Yeah, I think because it's the weekend, I think I don't know what Elaine's doing. Maybe she has a morning class and like has left already.
Yeah,
So
she's just like, yeah, like Jack will still be here. You can Like you don't have to worry about locking the door.
Okay, that's good to know. Um, I'll see you around, and don't be a stranger, like that sort of thing. You know, just trying to like butter her up, obviously.
Ibrahim. all I can think of is the yip 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 yip
Yeah, that's what
monsters from Sesame Street.
It's the sheen of the blanket.
It's a good blanket.
It looks
Yeah,
like
so
really good blanket.
like she's left for her like 5:30 a.m. class that that
Yeah.
she teaches, and you just hear like
yesterday's clothes, like same. You still in her gym clothes from yesterday's Pilates class.
Mhm.
You know, workout bag in hand, just makes her way into the kitchen. And is there a coffee pot like made?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when he just looks up, you just hear the clatter as his phone drops into his cereal.
And I think she's gonna like just reach for a mug and pull it out and pour it in and just like turns and like leans it against the counter and just looks at him and just takes a sip.
Fucking no. No, Issa?
Hi, Jack.
You
Sipping the coffee.
Stop, fuck my mom. Get out. When she finds out you're still in high school, get out.
I'm 18. It's okay. And finishes off her coffee, sets on the counter. I'll see you around, sport. And just walks out.
And he's just like, and his phone is still like in his cereal. You see, it's sort of like this sinks in the rest of the way while he's just like, and then you kind of hear like a yell, ah, fuck, like as you sort of head out and into the day.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was gonna be like float as like an ending line, like I always follow through on my threats, Jack, but just calling him sport is too much.
Yeah, you hug him, you pull him into a hug, and be like, "I always follow through on my promise. I told you I'd fuck your mom, Jack.
I told you, and I did.
I did, Jack, and she loved it."
Do you ever wonder why your mom trimmed her nails?
Yeah. And
we're supposed to be heroes.
And this is not technically unheroic.
A hero one divorced woman at a time.
Yeah. Liberating her of her divorced depression. You're welcome.
Exactly.
Make her feel like a new woman.
Yeah. And I think maybe later in the morning, Issa is gonna text Elaine and be like, what a fantastic night. Well, probably right before, because Jack's probably going to text and be like, what the fuck, Mom?
Well, he can't right now because his phone's fallen into the cereal.
Oh, so good. I have time. So, yeah, I think Issa's going to text, and she's like, oh, what a fantastic morning. Thank you so much. And I think she will be honest. Like, I am 18. However, I am still in high school.
Yeah.
There is that caveat. And I did not realize you... Wait, no, it's like she started to type it, but she didn't send it yet. And she's like, "Oh God, how do I word this correctly?"
Well, just don't do the high school thing. Maybe just be like, I unfortunately didn't realize that your son and I go to the same school.
Yeah.
Maybe you got held back a year. She doesn't fucking know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The thing is, like, it's just topping, and she read it, and she's like, "Back for, just thank you for a fantastic night." I actually know Jack from school, which is wild because I didn't realize that was the same guy. So sorry if there's any abrupt feelings that happen. I would like to take you to dinner another time if you would still want to, as an apology. Have a good day.
And it's gonna be on red for a little bit because she's in the middle of a class. Do we want to take a bio break right about now?
I think that will be wise.
All right.
Oh God.
We'll do 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We will be back in about 10.
All right.
All right, and welcome back. Things have been happening. Um, do we want to do anything before you go to the meet and greet?
I don't want to do a full thing, but I text Tommaso and I'm like, hey, I wanted to look into for like PR reasons and also just general reasons, getting a mentorship, potentially someone who would look good in photos posted, but also maybe who has good advice.
She's like, yeah. I still know a bunch of people that you're that were friends with your mother. That probably won't be too hard to find.
I also put in, and maybe someone with a similar power set, potentially, air quote, question mark.
And then there's what you get back is just a photo of your aunt going, and then just goes, who's got a similar power set to you?
I mean, it could be just someone who moves around all weird.
She's like, I will ask for someone who moves around all weird.
I'm just saying. And then I'm like, go to a meet and greet. Love you. Bye.
She's a weird mover. All right. At the park. So, like, there's already people going to be there when y'all pull up, or do you teleport in, or how does? So, who all is together? Where are people at for the meet and greet? Where there's a whole bunch of people kind of gathering at the park. You've also got security, and there's some counter protesters. Not a lot of them that have shown up as well.
Like what are the buildings like around them? Is it like a tiny park? Like one of those like
Oh, no,
city square blocks?
It's a pretty good sized park where you got like
Okay.
about a little, like maybe 2 city blocks. It's like a pretty good sized park that's got a lot of like bigger buildings and stuff around it. Like it's sort of in the financial district or the business district.
Is there a way I can be on a building and like keep an eye on the crew
Mhm.
with like binoculars or whatever?
Yep.
Okay, that's that. I'll just like give them like the heads up in the earpiece, like where I am, so and I got eyes on them.
I think Jester and I are maybe like slightly off to the side, about to get on stage, and I'm like explaining to Jester because I don't think Jester ever got the full thing. I'm like, so people really ship Johnny and Zaylin, and the fact that they're actually dating, we're just letting you know we're playing number two to their fictional romance. They're really dating, but the idea of them dating that these teenage girls have in their head.
Okay, so they're going to be up there like acting in a way that they don't normally because the fictional romance is different than the real romance. Is that
No, there's just they're going to be way more into Zaylin and Johnny than us because we are not dating,
okay? That's cool.
and people haven't had the time to ship you with anyone. But I'm sure you tweeted about it, right? I'm sure we'll get some
Some of the
what
Jestys out
yeah,
here.
I was going to say some of the Jestys.
Oh yeah, the Jestys come to party though.
I saw that on your Twitter. We're sticking with Jestys?
I mean, they kind of just kind of arrived at it, and I just jumped on the bandwagon. Like Jestys is just it's right there. It's
Oh,
like a jester and his court. You get it? Like the Jestys.
I thought it was implying that you were like their best friend and your Jester.
I mean, that's part of it, but the parasocial thing isn't the main thing. It's kind of like a jester and his court kind of thing, but like the jester is also the king. So, there's like there's gonna be a lot of people in clown makeup. Is anyone afraid of clowns that you know? Like
No,
people are gonna be
It's gonna-
in
It's
jester
gonna be a
getup.
gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah,
There's
there's gonna be a lot of
two
Fago.
people there with clown makeup.
There's
no.
gonna be, yeah, they'll bring Fago. They
I
like
used
to
to get
party.
weird. I used to get weird with a guy in clown makeup, but no, that's about it.
I don't want to know that. I wish you hadn't said that.
It was
I'm now removing that from the Jestys like lexicon. No more clown makeup.
To be fair, that actually wasn't true. It was Mero used to do a thing where she would tell an elaborate lie, and everyone was like, "Oh, so you're actually gonna go do shit with a clown?" And I was like, "No, that was clearly the Joker. I was describing the Joker. I'm not gonna go fight the Joker."
Sick.
Mero's like looking at her phone, and she's like, "Apparently, Mero fans are called boneheads."
Oh, I like that. That sounds really cool. There's a little bit of crossover there. I think there's like,
Yeah,
isn't that
Tommaso
like a
just
punk
leans forward,
subgroup?
and Tommaso just leans forward and goes, "I had to do some social engineering to stop it from being the boners."
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Are there any news outlets here since this was kind of announced?
Yeah, you also see Newsmax is there with like some people
Ugh.
like the counter protesters. There's not a lot of them, but they're trying to like get them to be close up to the cameras. You also do
Oh,
see
these fucking
some
guys.
other ones have shown up, considering it's become kind of big news. And you see several of the news vans and stuff there.
Is my mom here?
Oh yeah, she's with
That would
the
probably.
she's kind of
Yeah.
she's not she's there kind of with the crew though. She's because she's definitely not a dispassionate observer here. She's with a bunch of people, but she's not like in charge of them.
All right.
For a wave.
Telling the
Tommaso,
sound guys what to do.
what's the itinerary? And I know we're about to start.
It's gonna be pretty short. I mean, we want this short. We want this sweet. We want less chance for y'all to screw up.
All right.
Probably a good idea.
Should I set off the fireworks and get this show started?
Sounds good. Is
Blast
I-
like 2
Is Obsidian in
fire
place?
shots into the air.
Yeah, I'm in place. I can see y'all from here.
Perfect. Shoot 2 fire shots into the air and like play the music and just kind of like come out of the tent or whatever we're in.
What's Johnny's entrance music?
Yeah, I'm gonna queue it up on Spotify.
Oh God.
Eye of the Tiger.
Sure.
Oh, is it really?
Sure, why
It's kind
not?
of old school for Johnny.
No one's
I
ever
think that's
unhappy
the one
to hear.
Tommaso chose because Johnny doesn't really like listen to music. I don't think.
Yeah, Johnny doesn't
Black
believe in
Parade,
music.
but I was young.
Oh no!
That
Oh,
would-
terrible
That would be
entrance music.
shitty entrance. It just takes forever.
Yeah. But okay.
Yeah, Eye of the Tiger. Perfect. Like it starts once the like or whatever.
You use fire starter. Stop the fire starter. Stop the fire starter. It's all something insane.
Whatever. They out just waving.
Woo! People are just going nuts.
Does the customary give Zaylin a quick kiss so everybody like cheers and goes berserk?
Oh my god!
Um,
There's a number of people cosplaying you, Zaylin. Both
This is weird.
current you and old you.
Ooh, weirder.
Oh, and some of them are couples.
You don't see any couples like that, but you definitely see stuff. There's not a lot of people cosplaying there, but there are a few that have shown up. That looks like you.
See, people like you.
You hear over
no.
the headset that's like, "Wow, you've got really big fans." I can see them all the way from over here.
All right.
You got
I've-
this.
I think Johnny, like, is there like a table? Like, are we sitting down? Like, what is the format here?
Tell me how y'all want it.
And maybe it's like one of those things you see at like conventions where there's a table with a dedicated chair with our hero name, and you just kind of like wave and sit down, and we field a couple questions and shit like that.
Can we have a handshaking seminar afterwards?
I
Or
don't
not
know what
seminar,
that is.
session.
Photo ops.
Yeah, photo.
Yeah.
Like, can we do like a photo op thing for people who, I don't know, bought extra special tickets, or maybe it's just like a raffle or something.
Yeah, I'm sure Tommaso set all that up. Johnny just is here.
All right, he kind of turns. You have an opportunity to speak.
Oh. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for coming out. It's great to see that there are indeed people that still support us out there. Your support means the world to us, and with us going back to school on Monday, your voices have been heard.
Jester's just like the queen.
Pointing to this Fago drinkers in the crowd.
Yeah, and people are like they cheer out as you're going back.
So we just opportunity to meet and greet. We're gonna field a couple questions and go from there, and then you'll have an opportunity to take some photos, and we'll try to keep it short, sweet, and to the point.
All right. About this time, there's like a massive flash of light above all of you. Also, around this point, your Aesop, your phone is ringing.
Oh, I just wanted selfies.
Who's calling?
Elaine.
Oh my god. I'm gonna like hold the phone as it's ringing and like keep an eye out about the flashing. And eventually but like keep watching and then answer like hey.
You go to school with my son? I didn't think
Yeah,
you were in high
I didn't
school.
I mean I'm 18, like sometimes it just I graduate this year. It's
I, There's just a moment she's like, I'm sorry, I wasn't think I didn't realize. I thought you were in college at least. I mean, 18 is young, but I didn't think of that.
I mean, I can't, I guess we just never got around to talking much about anything.
God, it's like, I, yeah, I'm sorry. I wish you were like even a most of a year older would be like because this is still like they. I literally have a child your age.
He was not happy when I walked down.
No, I talked to him.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
And while this is happening, you see like the large flash of light happens a few more times, and then light around the stage, and then blink and reflex are there,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then
Okay.
then Nova flies
Oh
over
no.
and then joins them.
Oh.
Is that called Nova? Yeah,
Mm.
Nova was with all of you. Like they helped get Mega Snowstorm and Red
Uh,
Dwarf.
Are they out of the hospital? Like, I know they were in extreme condition.
Yeah.
Has
You
it been long
said
enough?
They're still like kind of bandaged up.
it's been a couple weeks, so like I
Would
think
this be her first appearance publicly since the hospital?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They all just kind of show up. I think Johnny's gonna be like looking at Nova like,
Yeah, and
hi.
for the most part,
Are they on the stage?
When Nova kind of sits down, she kind of grabs a seat fairly quickly. But Reflex walks over to where you're at on the thing. It's like we just want everyone to know that if it weren't for the elementals, we would still have a massive amount of corruption inside the Omegas. I was captured. They tried to get me killed, but this group saved us.
Oh.
And then she kind of leans towards you and kind of like whispers in your ear. It's like take it home. And then they go to grab some seats. Tommaso's just got kind of a smile on his face and goes, I just wanted to see what it would look like.
I think at this point Johnny's gonna be like, as much as we want to take credit, we definitely only assisted. We could not have done what we've done without the elemental or without the Omegas. The remaining members of the element